What does it take to have good communication? Maybe what first comes to mind is that someone is clear and articulate and that the two people speak the same language. But communication is a two-way street. It requires one who is communicating and another who is receiving that communication, who is listening. To really listen to someone and to receive their communication, one must be calm and quiet. You can't be thinking about what you're going to say next or let your mind wander to other thoughts. In short, you have to respect the person speaking enough to give them your attention. In his message for the 48th Annual World Communications Day, Pope Francis said, quote, "We need to recover a certain sense of deliberateness and calm. This calls for time and the ability to be silent and to listen. We need also to be patient if we want to understand those who are different from us. Communication is really about realizing that we are all human beings, children of God." Then Pope Francis noted that in many ways our modern media, with its speed and hidden agenda, can foster poor communication, can divide people, and even create conflict. He said, quote, "Whenever communication is primarily aimed at promoting consumption or manipulating others, we are dealing with a form of violent aggression. Nowadays, there is a danger that certain media so condition our responses that we fail to see our real neighbor." End quote. Pope Francis called for the communications industry, the media, to be neighborly, to promote understanding rather than division. He called for all of us to promote a culture of encounter where we see other people, even those with whom we disagree, even our enemies, as children of God. As an image of this, he proposed the parable of the Good Samaritan who was neighbor to the man who had been robbed and wounded. Our world has in many ways been robbed of the truth and is now suffering from falsehoods that have led to much suffering and death. Pope Francis wants us to pray with him this month that the media may be instruments in the service of truth and peace. He ended his message with these words, "May the image of the Good Samaritan who tended the wounds of the injured man by pouring oil and wine over them be our inspiration. Let our communication be a balm which relieves pain and a fine wine which gladdens hearts. May the light we bring to others not be the result of cosmetics or special effects, but rather of our being loving and merciful neighbors to those wounded and left on the side of the road."